Hello, fellow collectors. Today we're going to be talking about Halo, the Spartan collection, JEGA RDOMNAI. Now, as you can see here, he is a Covenant soldier. We have a couple of accessories here, a couple of hands. We have the figure itself. On the side, we have the character. And on the back, we have the figure itself with a couple of the other figures in the line. Bring them in close. And we can see he does come with a little bit of accessories. So if we bring in my scale, see that this guy is coming in at 1 pound 5 ounces. So let's get this Covenant out and see how cool they are. So now that I have Jenga out, or JEGA, sorry, had Jenga. He's not the game. So let's look at his sword accessory. Here we have this nice Covenant blade. Orange instead of the blue that we normally see. It comes with the blaster, the carbine blaster. Comes with an assortment of hands. And if we go ahead and bring him in a little bit closer, we can get a little bit closer look at this guy. Or gal. I'm not sure about the gender. So we have this headpiece here. It's on a ball joint. And let's see if I can get him to look up a little bit. Now, I know we can look down, and we can get this much of an up. So down and up. Let's see, can we get a little bit left and right? You just have to maneuver his neck and head out of the way. And his neck does move. Now the arm is on a socket here. You can see it just falling out. And we do have full rotation in that, as well as a little upward movement. Not much of one. The arm does come out that much. Does rotate around. No bicep swivel, but does have a double bend in the elbow that you can use. Wrist on a ball hinge with, you can see here. And there we go. As far as the other arm is concerned, we have this bladed weapon here that is attached to it. Which is very nice. Arm does rotate around and gives a little bit more upward movement than the other one. He does have a little bit of a bicep, and I can get this much movement out of the elbow here. And if I want to take off the bladed weapon, it looks like I cannot do it. Now his wrist does rotate around a little bit. It's on a hinge. There we go. As far as Abby Crunch goes, looks like I can't do much backwards, but a little bit forward. We do have this rocker ability here. The waist swivel is non-existent. And we can do this much of a split. and pretty good forward and back. Now, since it's a Covenant, it always has a bended knee, and this knee does have a rotation here. He does also have a rotation at the thigh, and the ankle is on a ball jointed hinge and goes forward and backwards a little bit. Now, as far as the top of the ankle goes, we have more rotation. So rotation, 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 and ball joint. Now the bottom of the feet, we have the boot, the detail, and we have some toe ability here. And each toe is its own bend. So it does have the ability to do a couple of different poses for that. As far as the mouth goes, these are rubber pieces over here, so there's not much for the mouth. So we look at the back here, we can see the spine coming out. And so I'm looking at the knee here, and I do see a little bit of a bend. So I'm able to get that straightened out. And I see that this also has, so he can stand up a little bit more. It was just really, really stiff. Now, this is not the natural pose for a Covenant, but you can see he can have that ability to go a little bit further than I originally saw, so can make him look a little bit more Covenant-y. And get a height check on this. All right, we're coming in right at 9 inches tall. So if I bring Master Chief in, I'll see that Master Chief definitely is dwarfed by JEGA. So it's a nice touch. This comes with that. So there are a couple of different hands that can fit this. It's up to you to discover the one that you want on your fingers. So it looks like the bladed weapon, since it's always there, I'm going to probably use, probably this one. And the real trick is getting it on the weapon itself. So it looks like I'm going to have to play around with some of these just to get them to fit right. Now this one I can tell already is more designed toward a bladed weapon, or even this one is probably better suited for that. The choice is up to you. I'm going to probably just have him hold his bladed weapon. Definitely looks cool. But if I'm not mistaken, this hand can hold his this weapon here. Still looks a little weird. His hand just doesn't fit right. So looks like a Spartan soldier will get this weapon. And JEGA will probably get this one in another hand on this side. So if you're looking for this, I actually found this at a GameStop in Canada because I'd never seen it in the States. So take a look at GameStop.com, see if you can find one. Until then, like, subscribe, and keep